Hi everybody. I know it's been like a few months. I just I had stuff to say, but it's just like one of them things where, well, I needed to sit down and figure out what I wanted to say and how I wanted to say it and write it all down, get it all straight in my mind first. Um, Gotta kind of excuse me. I have a Kool-Aid face. I've been drinking Kool-Aid. I've got counting this video, like 3 videos to talk about different things here. And I know what probably the last video is going to get Mad Bad Voodoo's attention or Richard. So, Richard, I might post something on your Facebook page with it later, just 'cause I know it'll get you talking and it'll get all your friends talking too, 'cause it's something of interest to you. I won't say what, 'cause I want to make you watch all the videos. Um, or you just might find out about it later. But anyway, in this video, I'm going to actually do something I haven't done since like April. It's a restaurant review. I have 2 restaurant reviews, counting the one in this video, and they're kind of belated because I actually ate at a couple of restaurants, I think in like April or May, and kept forgetting to do them, and I just got my act together and decided to do them tonight, since I'm not really having to worry about too much anything. I want to talk about the one I ate at second first, and then the one that I ate at first second. And I'll explain why later. In this video, I'm going to talk about the restaurant called Noodles and Company. I ate at Noodles and Company earlier this year, like in like I said, April or May, after I did that last restaurant review. I just happened to work in the Kenwood, Ohio area now. And I just happened to be up in that vicinity, and I decided to eat there. Because, I got off work early, and Tony was working late. Like, I think he was working till, like, midnight or 1 a.m. or something like that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not waiting for him to get off, because I had to be back to work that next morning, I think at, like, 10 or something. No. I will not sit up and wait for him to get home. And if you know me well enough, you know that I won't cook here unless I really have an overwhelming need to do so. And I absolutely I hate to cook. I mean, I will if I have to, but trust me, I won't. Tony loves to cook, so that works out fine for us. And, I mean, like, the only way I'd eat at home is if, like, I was hungry enough to make myself a PB&J sandwich or a milkshake or something. And what I did was, when I went in Noodles and Company, I decided to have the small bowl of Bangkok curry noodles with nothing added to them, and later I got myself a Rice Krispie treat, but I had a drink with the food that night. I have to really admit that I enjoyed eating the noodles plain, and they weren't spicy at all, although with the name Bangkok curry, you would think it'd be spicy. Really spicy, it wasn't. The drinks are bottomless, meaning, you can get as many refills as you want and don't have to worry about paying for them after so many. And the cool thing about the drink machine is not like the regular vending machine drink thing where it's like you put the cup under the thing and just press the little lever and it'll fill it up. Whereas it's one of those touchscreen vending machines that they have now where it's like you press like what kind of drink you want, and then you can decide if you want like anything in it like cherry flavoring, which I know if Richard is watching this, yes, I still drink soda pop. I am like an addict. I mean, it's like you and your chewing gum, okay? I have to have one vice. I mean, I'm slowly giving up junk food. It's like my biggest, that's like my vice, so, I mean, that's been part of the thing. One other thing, the Rice Krispie treat, that sucker was heated, was like that thick, and like this big. I mean, the thing was, I was like, they didn't look big sitting there. When I got my hand on it, I'm like thinking, shit, this thing is big. And it was like $1 for something that big. I'm like, okay, but it was huge, and it was good. The other thing I liked about Noodles and Company is that they had free Wi-Fi available to the customers to use. I tell you what, I sat there while I was eating dinner, and I have my iPhone, which I've changed the case on it. You know, it's all blinged out and everything. It's kind of turned off right now, but you know, I was sitting there because I can get Wi-Fi on my phone, so I'm sitting there. I'm playing around on my iPhone and on the internet, and I texted Tony a whole bunch and let him know where I was and let him know I was okay, because you know how men worry about their wives. But the other thing was I also brought a book. I read some. One thing that I really liked about it, other than the fact that they had free Wi-Fi, was the wait staff was really nice, and even the manager was nice. And it's like I sat in there for, I'd say, at least a good 3 hours before I went home that evening. And it's just I just didn't want to go home. It's just I'm like I just don't feel like going home. But they didn't rush me off or anything. I mean, it's like they could tell I was, sitting there eating, and then, I was like drinking a soda pop. I mean, I was a paying customer, so it wasn't like I just went in there and sat and drank a soda. I mean, I actually ate something. The manager was a very nice lady. I don't remember her name, but she brought me my noodles initially and even offered to get me the Rice Krispie treat when I asked her, how much it was and stuff. You know, um, and the manager also stopped by my table several times to make sure that I was okay and, seeing that I was by myself and see if I needed anything else. But she never made me feel like I had to hurry up and clear out of the restaurant, because the restaurant was kind of slow that evening when I got there, and was even dead when I arrived. But then about halfway through me eating dinner, the restaurant started to pick up because it was about dinner time. I took a copy of the restaurant's menu home with me because they had them like, how they have like to-go menus. That's what I took home, was a to-go menu for Tony. And I told him about how awesome my meal was that evening, and I told Tony that I'd definitely be back to the restaurant in the near future. Although I can't say if I'd be back to the one in Florence, the one in Kenwood, or the one over in Florence, Kentucky, which the one in Florence is a lot closer to where Tony and I live anyway. Incidentally, if you're wondering if the restaurant serves alcohol, yeah, they do serve alcohol, but if I'm remembering correctly, it's just beer in the bottle. Not like I drink it, since I don't drink beer that much, if at all. If you'd like to go eat at the one that I ate at, it's located near the big Barnes & Noble in Kenwood that you can see very clearly from I-71. And you can take either exit 10 or 11 to get to it from 71. This is, my, of course, like I said, first restaurant review in, a while. But, anyway, I'm going to pause here, go pause this video, go ahead and upload it to YouTube, and then I'm going to start the other two videos, alright? So hang on.